Have you heard the horror stories or seen the YouTube videos of somebody's camper tire blowing out while they're driving down the highway? So have we. So we've got the TireMinder TPMS, Tire Pressure Monitoring System. Amazon just dropped it off. We're gonna crack this baby open and show you how to install it. The first thing that you're gonna wanna do is check your tire pressure. You wanna make sure that the TireMinder that you're installing is reading properly, so getting the gauge of what's in here is correct before you start. So we've got our tire pressure gauge. We've got our tire. And it's reading at about 55 PSI. Ours, cold, should be 65. So I'm gonna go get the air gun, pump these up a little bit, take it from there. So we have our TireMinder solar powered trailer tire monitoring kit. Inside, you will find the display, which goes in the vehicle. And you've got your 4 sensors, 1, 2, 3, 4. Underneath all of this, you pull out the little foam pad. You have your directions. Oop, I broke it. Down in the bottom, you got a whole lot of batteries. This one broke open already. There they are. They're loose down at the bottom of the box. We've got our warranty card, instructions, and some cords. We've got what looks like the power for the solar power unit itself. We've got the little nut install tool. We have more instructions, and we've got a couple, looks like Velcro sticky pads, which probably gets stucky to the back of the unit. Thank you for purchasing the new TireMinder Trailer TPMS. Please use the following guide below to set up your new system. If you have any questions or need assistance, call our customer support line. We're available Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, which is mostly when everyone's at work. Initial setup. Install the hard-wired signal booster using the instructions located inside the booster pouch. That's this. So, I guess we swap. Inside the hard-wired signal booster pouch, you have the signal booster, you have their directions, and you've got a bunch of zip ties. And I read. Installing the TireMinder signal booster. Find the best place to mount the booster. Recommendations are listed below. Placement. Motorhome, motor coach, fifth wheel, toy hauler, travel trailer. Place the booster between the towing vehicle and the start of the trailer. The booster should be placed on the exterior, either on the kingpin or undercarriage. The booster should not be enclosed in a metal compartment. Wise. So we have the booster and then 2 alligator clips. I have a feeling we're gonna do this, but I have a feeling in the future we're gonna wanna replace these with something a little bit more permanent, like a ring nut that you can put over top of your battery, because I don't know why, these just seem like they're gonna pop off while you're driving to me, but that's what we got. Step 2, attach the red power and the black ground alligator clips to 12-volt power source. Once connected, the booster light will turn on. That's it. Wait 20 minutes, the booster will start to boost the transmitter's signal. The alligator clips may be detached for a customized connection. What did I just tell you? So, piece of cake, let's go mount this. So, you gotta separate these a little bit because one's not gonna reach positive, one's not gonna reach negative if you don't. I already got this open. We got red is positive, black is negative, and the light on the TireMinder is on, which means there's power. So we're gonna close up this compartment, feed the wire out the side, And now we just have to find a spot to mount it. I'm gonna place it right next to the battery. There's a spot on the other side so you can add another battery if you wanted to. There's also a couple spots on here. It looks like you could probably screw it into some metal. Either way, I'm gonna just use the zip ties that they gave us first, and then we'll figure it out from there. I'm thinking something like so. I'm just gonna take a couple zip ties and zip tie them in. They at least give you some long zip ties, which is nice. Yeah. Of course, they send them to you folded backwards, so there we go. I'm feeding the wire through the first zip tie, and I'm gonna kind of bunch it up here because they give you a lot of extra slack in case you want to move it somewhere else. And you really don't want this dragging on the ground while you're driving. So what I'll do is bunch it up, smash it back in. Apparently my fingers are only able to do one job at a time. And then I just so happen to have a couple A cutter. Make sure you do not cut the wires that you just tucked through there, and just trim off the extra little bits, clean it up nice, and there we have it. Step 2, insert the batteries flat side up into each transmitter. Do this one at a time as the caps are numbered. Return the same cap to the transmitter. So if I'm doing number 1, I want to make sure that the number 1 goes back on number 1 and I don't get these black parts confused. I gotcha. It looks like it's just one battery. That's nice. There's a whole bunch of extras in. So one has got one. Two has got one. You do put the nuts on first. These guys right here. Then you screw the sensors 1 and 4 on the driver's side, 2 and 3 on the passenger side. Screw those on clockwise. And then you'll take the tool that they give you and you'll screw these counterclockwise to tighten them up to those. And that's what we're going to do next. Make sure that you have number 1 on the driver's front. You take the little nut to start. That gets screwed onto the valve stem, like so. Then you take number 1, screw it onto the valve stem. You'll hear a little psh. There it goes. Tight. And then you take the tool and back that nut counterclockwise to lock it in. Easy as that. And number 4 is the driver rear. Here's a little air coming out. Back of the nut up. That's really easy. I'm gonna go get the unit and see if it starts reading. So here we go. I'm gonna press the little button on the top, brighten it up. It shows that our pressures, 64 and 65 on the driver's, 62 and 64 on the passenger side. The temperatures, 71 and 73 on the driver's side here, and 62, 64. The driver's side's in the sun right now, which is why they're showing about 10 degrees warmer than the passenger side. But the air pressure seems pretty close to right. I filled them up. I thought I was closer to 65 on this one. I can go back and check that, but we're sitting in the dining room right now, and the camper is outside, obviously. If you can see, we'll take a little tour around the plant and out this window, and we're getting the tire pressure readings from inside. So I'm assuming we're gonna get them from inside the truck once we mount it. There's the truck. So that booster is doing a fabulous job of transmitting the signal from the little units on the tires to this piece here. Now we're just gonna go install that unit in the truck. This is Amy's daily driver, so we wanna make sure it's kind of sitting out of the way and it's not gonna block her view of anything. I put it up of the mirror on the opposite side of where our Easy Pass is. I'm just holding it here right now to find the spot, but I'm just gonna peel off little tabbies that come on the back. That's the little solar unit, so this should keep it charged at all times, even though it does have a charging cord and USB that you can probably plug into the brick here in the car. But the unit on the top here does turn an angle, so if you have a different angle mount, like in my Jeep, which is a flat windshield, you probably want it more flat. But this one we don't. So I'm gonna peel off. Ooh, once it's on, it's on. It feels like these little sticky tapes don't do well. They're strong. So I'm gonna sit back, and that's where it's going because I stuck it. There we go. Press it in. And that's it. It's installed. And we're still getting a reading from where the camper is to the truck here. So booster helps. If you've got a monster rig, you probably might want it. I don't know if you're gonna be driving 20 feet in front of your monster rig, but either way, it's pretty awesome. I like it. That's where we've got it, right above the mirror. I'm gonna power it on so you can see the brightness of it again. Maybe. There it is. So there we go. It's still showing the same. Temperatures are about the same. It's getting a little cooler in the day, you can see, but it's just about eye level. When you see that go and black itself out like that, I can still see the numbers. It's just not showing up in the phone right now here in the camera. So don't be alarmed. It's still very visible, even though it doesn't look like it's reading anything at the moment. And like I said, you can click that to turn it back on, but there's a little symbol on the top here showing that the solar is powering the battery. It's pretty awesome. Can't wait to go camping. That was really easy. It wasn't hard to put on, it wasn't hard to put together, and I'm really hoping this is gonna come in handy while we're driving down the road towing the camper. So until next week, mind those tires and happy camping. Brighten that back up so everyone in the world can see it. And there I am. I know, as I showed you in the video, the temperatures are kind of offset. Nah, I don't like that.